Hi everyone, welcome to Arpita Sharma classes. I am Arpita Sharma, your educator, and we are going to cover the daily news prescription on the Hindu newspaper for 13th of March 2021. आप लोगों का स्वागत है आज की क्लास में। आज हम 13th मार्च 2021 का द हिंदू न्यूज़पेपर के बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट जो टॉपिक्स हैं उनको कवर करने जा रहे हैं। So I hope you are ready with your pen and paper and your notes register, or your if you are making notes on A4 size sheet of papers, then you are ready with that because you have to take quite a bit of notes today in the class. Okay, so let's start the class. शुरू करते हैं आज की class. If you all are ready, then we'll begin the class. Now, before we start the class, these are the homework questions for all of you to solve in the comment section after you finish the class. ये तीन आपके previous year question paper में से लिए गए कुछ questions हैं जो आपको solve करने हैं. You have to let me know the answers of these questions in the comment section given below. Okay, so read the questions very carefully. You can take a screenshot of these questions and try to solve them and let me know the answers to these questions in the comment section. Okay. So the first important news in the newspaper is Quad leaders for open free Indo-Pacific. So we have already covered this news in yesterday's news prescription. The members of Quadrilateral Framework or Quad will become closer than ever before, says Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and he was addressing the first ever leadership summit of the grouping. So you all know that in the Quad grouping we have four countries. We have India, we have US, Australia and Japan, and the four countries have together virtually attended this Quad summit. Now, quadrilateral security dialogue, what is it? It is an informal strategic dialogue between India, USA, Japan and Australia. And the objective here is to support free, open and prosperous Indo-Pacific region that China seeks to threaten. We all know and we all are witness of China's growing domination in the Indo-Pacific region. And to counter that growing dominance of China in the Indo-Pacific region, we have formulated this Quad grouping. This is an informal strategic dialogue and it is rooted in the formation of the core group in response to tsunami in 2004. It was the idea of Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe in 2007. But the idea could not move forward. Why? Because Australia was coming out of this Quad summit because China was pressurizing it. Now again Australia has rejoined the summit and we four countries are back together. But this Quad group is criticized by China. It is considered by China as Asian version of North Atlantic Treaty Organization, that is NATO. Now, what is NATO? China says that Quad is like the Asian version of NATO. So what exactly is NATO? Let us understand that. NATO means North Atlantic Treaty Organization. So it's a military alliance established by North Atlantic Treaty, which is also known as Washington Treaty in 1949, and this was established by USA, Canada and several Western European nations. Why? In order to counter or in order to stand against the Soviet Union, to provide collective security against the Soviet Union. So it is headquartered at Brussels, that is in Belgium, and the very important provision of the treaty is Article 5, which states that if one member of alliance is attacked in Europe or North America, it is to be considered an attack on all members. So NATO के किसी भी एक member, for example Canada पे कोई attack करता है, so it will be considered as an attack against USA also and other Western European nations also who are a part of NATO. And NATO has only been invoked once. आर्टिकल 5 को, आर्टिकल 5 जो है नाटो का, उसको एक ही बार इन्वोक किया गया है 2001 में बिकॉज ऑफ द 9/11 अटैक्स ऑन द वर्ल्ड ट्रेड सेंटर इन यूएसए. Okay, and it does not, NATO's protection does not extend to members, civil wars or internal coups. Okay, now अगर कोई इंटरनल प्रॉब्लम आ रही है मेंबर नेशंस में, उसमें नाटो को इन्वोक नहीं किया जाता या सिविल वॉर्स के दौरान इन्वोक नहीं किया जाता. ओके, नाउ व्हाट आर द अपॉर्चुनिटीज फॉर इंडिया अंडर द क्वाड अग्रीमेंट. अब इस क्वाड अग्रीमेंट के तहत इंडिया के पास क्या अपॉर्चुनिटीज है? फर्स्ट, द मैरीटाइम स्पेस, द रीजन ऑफ इंडो पैसिफिक एरिया. ओके, द मैरीटाइम स्पेस इज अ लॉट मोर important to China than engaging in opportunistic land grab attempts in the Himalayas. A huge chunk of Chinese trade happens in the Indian oceanic routes that passes through maritime choke points, and if China is trying to dominate those areas, we as a part of Indo-Pacific region, we are a part of Quad, we have the agreement, we have the support of US, Japan and Australia, we can easily counter the domination of China in these choke points, in these important key areas in the Indo-Pacific region. In the event of any Chinese aggression on the borders also, India by the cooperation of the Quad countries can potentially disrupt Chinese trade as well through these choke points, through the support of USA, Japan and Australia. Second opportunity that India has been, can, acquire from the Quad arrangement is emerging as a net security provider. There is a growing great power interest in the maritime sphere, especially with the arrival of concept of Indo-Pacific. For example, many European countries have recently released their Indo-Pacific strategies also. So India is located at the center of Indo-Pacific geopolitical imagination, right? So through this arrangement, we can realize our vision of broader Asia. We can, exercise our control also on our geographical boundaries in the Indo-Pacific region. We can also check the imperialist policies of China in the Indian Ocean region, right? We can also carry out our struggles against the you can say anti pirate operations. Okay, so these are the two opportunities that India can get from the Quad arrangement. Now before we move forward, here's a small announcement for all of you. Unacademy has launched new batches for UPSC CSE 2021, 22 and 23 aspirants. They are going to start from 17th of March. आज से 4 दिन बाद ये नए बैचेस स्टार्ट हो रहे हैं आपके 2021, 22 और 23 एस्पिरेंट्स के लिए. So for 2022 aspirants we have complete 1 year batch in English, that is Hindi English mix, and it is starting from 17th March, wherein complete syllabus coverage is guaranteed from prelims and mains perspective. Then live classes will be taken by top educators, recorded lectures will be available to you, weekly doubt resolution classes will be there, NCERT coverage will be there, prelims test series will be provided, mock questions की practice होगी, previous year questions will be solved, and we have in English also 1 year complete batch for 2022 aspirants, right? Again it is starting from 17th March. Then we have separate Hindi batches also. हमारे पास अलग से हिंदी बैचेस भी हैं 2022 और 23 के स्टूडेंट्स के लिए. तो अगर आप हिंदी मीडियम स्टूडेंट हैं और 2022 या 23 की तैयारी कर रहे हैं तो आपके लिए भी सेपरेट 1 साल का और 2 साल का बैच कोर्स हमने तैयार किया है, देख सकते हो आप स्क्रीन पर, जिसमें प्रीलिम्स की पूरी तैयारी कराई जाएगी, मेंस की तैयारी होगी, एनसीईआरटी कवर होगा, लाइव क्लासेस होंगे, रिकॉर्डेड भी अवेलेबल होंगे, प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन सॉल्व होंगे, मॉक टेस्ट होंगे. ठीक है, तो आप ये क्लासेस ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं. वी हैव 2 ईयर बैच ऑल्सो सेपरेट हिंदी मीडियम एंड इंग्लिश मीडियम स्टूडेंट्स के लिए 2023 का. तो 17 मार्च से स्टार्ट हो रहा है ये बैच भी. Okay, and we have curated special NCERT batches also in 3 languages, Hindi, English and bilingual. तो आप हिंदी इंग्लिश bilingual अगर आप किसी भी लैंग्वेज को बिलोंग करते हो, according to your own language preference, you can participate in the NCERT batches also. Class 6 to class 12 NCERTs will be covered. So you can use code ARPITA10. आप ये कोड यूज कर सकते हैं ARPITA10 to fetch 10% discount on your plus subscription. The link is given below in the description box. नीचे description box में ना आपको लिंक भी मिल जाएगा इन सारे बैचेस का. Do not forget to enroll in these classes. Okay, these are wonderful classes which are going to make you, sail through this UPSC journey very easily. Okay. Chalo. Now let us go on to the next article. Bureaucrats cannot be state election commissioners. So Supreme Court has said entrusting additional charge of state election commissioner to government officials results in mockery of the constitution. Supreme Court has ruled that serving bureaucrats must not double up as election commissioners to ensure independence of the office of election commissioner. ठीक है, and it is not compromised. To ensure that, Supreme Court has said the bureaucrats that are incumbent bureaucrats, serving bureaucrats, they will not double up their role as election commissioners also. तो जो अभी serving bureaucrats है उनको एक डबल रोल नहीं दिया जाएगा कि इलेक्शन के दौरान उन्हें इलेक्शन कमिश्नर भी बना दिया जाए. ठीक है, इससे क्या होगा, इलेक्शन कमिश्नर की जो पोजीशन है वो कॉम्प्रोमाइज होगी. ठीक है, because see, serving bureaucrats, they are serving under certain ministers and they are teaming up as election commissioner also, then that is mockery of the constitution, right? That is, well, very, you can say non-serious when the elections are going on. So Supreme Court has said that if they hold any such office, then they have to resign before taking charge of the office of the election commissioner. ठीक है, this was said by Supreme Court. अगर वो कोई भी ऑफिस, कोई भी गवर्नमेंट पोजीशन स्टेट गवर्नमेंट के अंडर होल्ड कर रहे हैं, तो उनको अगर इलेक्शन कमिश्नर बनाया जा रहा है तो उन्हें अपने पहले पोजीशन से रिजाइन करना पड़ेगा. It ordered that all state governments to appoint whole-time election commissioners who will act independently and fairly. That means who are not under any minister. Serving bureaucrat will not be fair or independent. That is true. ये तो बिल्कुल true है. So a very correct decision is being taken by the Supreme Court right now. Okay. So here we should know what is State Election Commission. State Election Commission is vested with the superintendence, direction and control of preparation of electoral rolls for conduct of all elections to panchayats and municipalities. किसी स्टेट में पंचायत और म्यूनिसिपैलिटीज की जो भी इलेक्शन होते हैं उसके इलेक्टोरल रोल्स कौन प्रिपेयर करता है? स्टेट इलेक्शन कमीशन. वहां इलेक्शंस कौन कंडक्ट करवाता है? स्टेट इलेक्शन कमीशन. State election commissioner is appointed by governor. This is very important point for prelims. Who appoints the state election commissioner? It is appointed by the governor. However, state election commissioners can only be removed by impeachment. अगर आपको remove करना है उन्हें तो उनके खिलाफ कोई violative proceeding या case file होगा. impeachment के दौरान ही उनको आप निकाल सकते हो ऑफिस से. In other words, state election commissioners enjoy the same status as the election commissioner. Okay. This is a news that you have to go through. Novavax reports 96.4% efficacy on original virus. तो ये आपको पढ़ना है न्यूज, ठीक है? This is just for your reading, not to make notes out of it. So Novavax is a US-based biotechnology company developing a recombinant vaccine for COVID-19, and it announced the final efficacy of 96.4% against mild, moderate, and severe disease caused by original SARS-CoV-2 strain. Right? अभी तक 96.4% की इसकी efficacy achieve हो चुकी है. Now coming on to the next important article, India China to continue LAC talks. So the border standoff between India and Chinese armies, they started on May 5, 2020. We have studied about it. Okay, near the Pangong Lake. Okay, now India and China are trying to continue with the line of actual control talk. So India on Wednesday said it will continue discussions with China to resolve the remaining issues along line of actual control. LAC के आसपास ईस्टर्न लद्दाख में जो भी इश्यूज चाइनीज आर्मी और इंडियन आर्मी के बीच में हो रहे हैं, इंडिया ने डिसाइड किया कि उसको अब बात करके हम उसको खत्म करेंगे. राइट, या बात करके हम इस टॉक को सुलझाएंगे, बात करके इस मसले को सुलझाएंगे. टू द ऑब्जेक्टिव इज disengagement from all friction points to restore peace and tranquility in the border areas. So here we should study about the Pangong Tso Lake from the prelims perspective. Over here you can see this is the Pangong Tso Lake. ये है आपकी Pangong Tso Lake and it is in eastern Ladakh. You have to remember the position. Okay, it has been in news because of Indian and Chinese army standoff. In the Ladakhi language, Pangong means extensive concavity and Tso is lake in Tibetan language. It's a long, narrow, deep endoeric. Now what is endoeric? Endoeric का मतलब होता है landlocked lake है, ठीक है, which is situated at height of more than 14,000 feet in Ladakh Himalayas. Okay, so the legendary 19th century Dogra general Zorawar Singh is said to have trained his soldiers and horses on the frozen Pangong Lake before invading Tibet. That is why this lake is also very famous. Plus it has brackish water which freezes over in winter and becomes ideal for ice skating and polo also. So again this is very important. It is not a fresh water lake, it's a brackish water lake. Okay, आगे बढ़ने से पहले एक छोटी सी अनाउंसमेंट है आप लोगों के लिए. स्मॉल अनाउंसमेंट फॉर ऑल ऑफ यू दैट Unacademy Combat is going to take place on 14th of March at 11 AM. You have a chance to win from a scholarship pool of 4 crore rupees. There will be 60 questions. You have to solve them in 60 minutes. Detailed analysis by India's best educators. You will get your All India rank also, and you can participate in every combat and win scholarships. This is a free all India scholarship test for all of you. You can unlock the particular combat with the code ARPITA10 and you can enroll for free. The link is given below in the description box. You can click on it and enroll now for free. Unacademy Combat India का biggest free scholarship test है आप लोगों के लिए, तो इस चांस को मिस मत कीजिएगा. 14th March 11 AM in the morning. Participate in this combat. चलो, now coming on to the next important article. IAF will participate in multinational exercise Desert Flag. This is very important. So what is this exercise Desert Flags? ये एक्सरसाइज जो है ये एक एनुअल मल्टीनेशनल लार्ज फोर्स एम्प्लॉयमेंट वॉरफेयर एक्सरसाइज है जो कि यूएई का एयरफोर्स लॉन्च करता है. द एम इज to provide operational exposure to participating forces while training them to undertake simulated air combat operations in controlled environment. It's a 3-week long exercise. So it is going to take place from 3rd to 27th March 2021. तो अभी तो start हो चुकी है फिलहाल, and it is going to take place at, it is now right now being conducted at Al Dhafra Air Base in UAE. The participants are USA, France, Saudi Arabia, South Korea and Bahrain. You have to remember this point. ठीक है. Now IAF is participating, that is Indian Air Force is participating with 6 Su-30 MKI, 2 C-17 Globemasters and 1 IL-78 tanker aircraft. India is also participating. With UAE, India has in UAE BILAC, that is bilateral naval exercise, as well as Desert Eagle 2 bilateral air force exercise also. 2 other exercise in which India and UAE participates together. That you have to remember. तो इसमें UAE, India, USA, France, Saudi Arabia, South Korea और Bahrain participate कर रहे हैं, जो आपको याद रखना है. Now there are other recent engagements also. India has participated in the NAVDEX 21, which is Naval Defense Exhibition, and IDEX 21, that is International Defense Exhibition with UAE as well. And with Australia we have a pitch black exercise, and with USA we have red flag exercise, which is multilateral air exercise of USA. Okay. Now here another important topic is Israel, UAE and Bahrain Abraham Accord. This is very important. So last year in September, Abraham Accord was signed. Abraham Accord between Israel and UAE and Bahrain. 3 countries are involved. It is mediated by USA. Okay. For example, the India and Pakistan Indus Water Treaty, it was mediated by WHO. Similarly, वर्ल्ड बैंक. ओके, वर्ल्ड बैंक ने मीडिएट किया था इंडस वाटर ट्रीटी इंडिया पाकिस्तान के बीच में. सिमिलरली यहाँ पर भी यूएसए ने इजराइल, यूएई और बहरीन के बीच में अब्राहम अकॉर्ड मीडिएट किया है. इट इज द फर्स्ट अरब इजरायली पीस डील इन 26 years. They were the only 2 peace deals between Israel and Arab. ठीक है. Egypt was the first Arab state to sign peace deal with Israel in 1979 and Jordan signed a peace pact in 1994. Now another important article, bring down benzene emission at fuel outlets, says panel. A joint committee appointed by National Green Tribunal. Now National Green Tribunal के ऊपर क्वेश्चन लगातार 2017, 18 और 19 में पूछे जा चुके हैं प्रीलिम्स में. You have to prepare NGT. So a joint committee appointed by NGT to study air pollution in Kerala has recommended the installation of the vapor recovery system at fueling stations and retrofitting of diesel vehicles with participate filters or the particulate filters to improve the air quality. तो एक जॉइंट कमिटी अपॉइंट की गई है एनजीटी के द्वारा. एंड व्हाई दिस जॉइंट कमिटी हैज बीन अपॉइंटेड टू स्टडी एयर पोल्यूशन इन केरला. सो दीज आर द फॉलोइंग रिकमेंडेशंस दैट दिस जॉइंट कमिटी हैड मेड. फर्स्ट इज इंस्टॉलेशन ऑफ वेपर रिकवरी सिस्टम. फ्यूलिंग स्टेशंस जो होते हैं जहाँ पेट्रोल फ्यूल होता है वहां पर वेपर रिकवरी सिस्टम को इंस्टॉल करने की बात की गई है. ठीक है, तो वहां पर आप वेपर रिकवरी सिस्टम को इंस्टॉल कीजिए. सेकेंडली, रेट्रोफिटिंग ऑफ डीजल व्हीकल्स विद पर्टिकुलेट फिल्टर्स. जितने भी डीजल व्हीकल्स हैं जो डीजल पे चलते हैं उनमें पर्टिकुलेट फिल्टर्स को लगाया जाए ताकि जो पीएम मैटर वो फ्यूल छोड़ता है वो फिल्टर होकर बाहर आए in order to improve the environment. Then strict action to be taken against industrial units that do not comply with emission norms. Promote battery operated vehicles and ban the old diesel vehicles. That is gradually in phased manner, and creation of green buffers along the traffic corridors. So these are the recommendations made by the joint committee. There are short term measures also which have been recommended. For example, strict action against visibly polluting vehicles, introduction of wet mechanized vacuum sweeping of roads. This is also applicable in USA. ये USA में use होता है. Controlling dust pollution at construction sites, again used by the USA, and ensuring transport of construction materials in covered vehicles. So these were the short-term measures which were recommended, which are excellent. Right, now it all depends on implementation of these measures. The next and the last important article, Center to infuse 14,500 crore into banks under PSA soon. What is PSA? PSA means prompt corrective action. It is a framework in which banks with weak financial records, they are placed under the direct supervision and guidance of RBI. Okay, so the PSA framework deems banks as risky if they slip some trigger points which are kept in place by RBI। तो अगर कोई फ्लॉ ड्रॉबैक देखने को मिलता है बैंक्स में RBI के द्वारा, तो उन बैंक्स को रिस्की बोल दिया जाता है। तो फाइनेंस मिनिस्ट्री इज लाइकली टू डिसाइड ऑन infusion of or injection of 14,500 crore mainly in banks that are under RBI's PCA framework to improve their financial health. So this was all for today. I hope you enjoyed today's class. If you really enjoyed it, do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Also, do not forget to enroll in India's biggest free scholarship test, Unacademy Combat, which is going to be conducted on 14th of March tomorrow at 11 a.m. The link is given below in the description box. Thank you.